digest. It's the best day ever. It's the launch of the 3G iPhone. I haven't been this excited since the launch of the 2G iPhone, which is here. Now, first up, they're very, very similar. So I've got slightly less to say in this review than I did this time a year ago. But first of all, let's look at how they look in comparison to each other. So there you go, very similar sizes. And in actual fact, this one is apparently a little bit thicker. However, because they've been a bit smart about it, and you can see here, there's a black piano finish on the back. If you actually look at them like that, this one, the 3G version, is more curved. So it does actually feel, if not smaller, at least the same size. So they've done a good job of making them look fairly identical, I'd say. So, on to the things that is different about this one. They've made a few little tweaks to Safari. This is Shiny Shiny, of course, doing Safari. Now, this picture here, me and Dan fighting over the iPod, the iPhone, if you just hold it, your finger on it, you can then save the image. And then if you go to your photos, and then your camera roll, there we are. See, it's like magic. Now, something else everyone was really, really excited about when they launched this, I'm not entirely sure why, is the calculator. Now, if I can find this, there we go. There's your normal calculator. Turn it to the side. It's a scientific calculator. This is the stuff that makes people weep. So there you go, that's all very, very exciting. The other big thing, you'll notice that this screen is looking pretty damn crowded, and that's because of the applications you can now get. They've launched the App Store in iTunes. There's actually a huge number that I've been playing about that are free. I'm really tight, I don't want to pay for them. Turns out you don't have to, it's great. So I've filled up this screen. You can also, I filled up some of this screen, and apparently they haven't found a limit, or the guy I was talking to at O2 hasn't yet found a limit on just how many screens you can use. Now I'll show you a couple of them. Phone Saber. This is a really useful one actually. You pick the colour of your lightsaber, like so. I'd like red. And then, as you move your phone around, it makes the sound of a lightsaber. Who doesn't need that in their phone, I ask you? There's also, I've got a free Rss Reader here, which is the Net News one, which is, you know, it's got good functionality. You have to go onto the site to add feeds, things like that, but it can link straight to the Safari browser, so in theory you could do that all in the Safari browser, which is rather nice. Other applications, there's a great Twitter application which uses GPS to locate whereabouts you are, so if you're twittering with someone else who's got a 3G iPhone, it will let you know that they're in the vicinity. There's a really nice Facebook application, which is actually better than the BlackBerry one I use, and you can use Facebook chat on this, so it really, you know, it's just another way to communicate. Good God, you're never going to be out the reaches of your friends. More things. There's so much on this that I actually forgot to set up the Gmail. It took me about 2 hours before I suddenly thought, oh my God, I know what else it can do. It can do email. Email works really well. Now you can multiple delete things, thank God, because that was so annoying, have to delete them one by one. There's a few other little tips and tricks. It's particularly good if you're on a Microsoft Exchange server because it's now push. Sadly not if you're on Gmail, something like that. But as you can see, one of the things I'm not so keen on is that now the screen does actually look quite crowded. I'm a little bit of a kind of neat, tidy person, so that kind of annoys me, but I will put up with it. There's more, but I'm going to have to take you outside for that. Okay, so I've got the GPS here to find where I am currently, and I'm about to ask it to get to my house. So I hit directions like so. You can see, there we go. I can ask it to do the route. There you go, there's the little pin, little pulsating pin of where I am now. It's loading. Thinking, there you go, there's your route. So it'll give you the written directions if you want, it'll lay it over a map, you can look in more detail, blah blah blah. Very exciting. However, I found an even better, sorry it's really windy out here, I found an even better use for the GPS. Urbanspoon, probably the best application I've ever seen. You ask it to find your current location, it's fetching neighbourhoods, this is very exciting. What this does is it finds out where you are, and it figures that you want to eat, and then every time you shake the phone, it finds you a restaurant for a certain amount of money. There you go. It's recommending that I go and eat Japanese in Bloomsbury, which is just over there. I can then hit the restaurant's name, it gives me the phone number, the address, more info, all that kind of stuff. If I hit the address, it will give me a freaking map from where I am. Is that not the coolest thing you have ever seen? So there you have it. It's the 3G iPhone. There's so much, you know, it seems silly really to not mention the fact that it's got all the iPod functionality, it's got YouTube, all that kind of stuff, but you know all that already and it's still fantastic. So the big question is, do you buy the 3G version or do you take your 2G version and just upgrade the software to 2.0? I think it depends on how obsessed you are with speed. If you want to be able to use all the apps, if you want to take advantage of the GPS, if you want things to load really quickly through 3G, go for your life, get the 3G version. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you've already got 2G version, it's free software, you may as well try it out just by upgrading the software on iTunes. But there you go, 3G iPhone. I love it quite a lot.